10. More wide-scope quantifiers. Recall from the previous chapter the following example. If anyone can fix your car, then Jones can fix your car. For anyone X, if X can fix your car, Jones can XFXFJ. Monadic logic does not do full justice to the sentence. In particular, we must symbolize can fix your car as a simple one-place predicate, even though it includes a direct object. This expression is more adequately analyzed as a complex one-place predicate derived from the two-place predicate, can fix, and the singular term your car. Then the symbolization goes as follows. XFXCFJC. This analysis is based on construing the expression your car as referring to a particular car, name C in this context. In this reading, the speaker is speaking to a particular person, about a particular car. This is not entirely accurate, because we now include cars in our domain of discourse, so we need to specify the quantifier to persons, as follows. XPXFXCFJC. However, there is another equally plausible analysis of the original sentence, which construes the you in the sentence, not as a particular person to whom the speaker is speaking, but as a universal quantifier. In this case, the following is a more precise paraphrase. If anyone can fix anyone's car, then Jones can fix it. The use of you as a universal quantifier is actually quite common in English. The following is representative. You can't win at Las Vegas can be paraphrased as no one can win at Las Vegas. Another example, if you murder someone, then you are guilty of a capital crime, can be paraphrased as if anyone murders someone, then he/she is guilty of a capital crime. More about this example in a moment. First, let us finish the car example. By saying that your car means anyone's car, we are saying that the formula XPXFXCFJC is true, not just of C, but of every car, which is to say that the following formula holds. Y psi XPXFXCFJC. An alternative symbolization puts all the quantifiers in front. XYPX and psi FXYFJ. Now, let us consider the murder example, which also involves two wide-scope universal quantifiers. First, notice that the word someone does not act as an existential quantifier in this sentence. In this sentence, the most plausible reading of someone is anyone. If anyone murders anyone, then the former is guilty of a capital crime. Let us treat the predicate, is guilty of a capital crime, as simple, symbolizing it simply as G. Simple versus complex predicates is not the issue at the moment. The issue is that there are two occurrences of any. How do we deal with sentences of the form if any, then? The best way to treat the appearance of two wide-scope quantifiers is to treat them as double universal quantifiers, thus for any x, for any y, if, then, so the murder example is symbolized as follows. XYMGGX. Another example that has a similar form is the following. If someone injures someone, then the latter sues the former. Once again, there are two wide-scope quantifiers, both being occurrences of someone. This can be paraphrased and symbolized as follows. If someone injures someone, then the latter sues the former for any two people. If the former injures the latter, then the latter sues the former for any x, for any y. If x injures y, then y sues x. XYXE6. Next, let us consider the word which, like some and any, is often used as a wide-scope quantifier. Consider the following two examples, which have the same form. If a solid object is heated, it expands. If a game is rained out, it is rescheduled. These appear, at first glance, to be conditionals, but the occurrence of a with the attached pronoun indicates that they are actually universal statements. The following is a plausible paraphrase of the first one. If a solid object is heated, it expands for any solid object. If it is heated, then it expands for any s. If it is h, then it is e for any sx. If x is h, then x is e for any x. If x is s, then if x is h, then x is exssxhxx. The word and can also appear twice in the antecedent of a conditional, as in the following example. If a student misses an exam, then he/she retakes that exam. This may be paraphrased and symbolized as follows. If a s ems an e, then the s r's the e for any s, for any e. If the s ems the e, then the s r's the e for any sx, for any ey. If x ems y, then x r's y xs xy amg rxy. Having seen examples involving various wide-scope quantifiers, including any, some, and a, it is important to recognize how they differed from one another. Compare the following sentences. If a politician isn't respected by a citizen, then the politician is displeased. If a politician isn't respected by any citizen, then the politician is displeased. The difference is between a citizen and any citizen. Curiously, any citizen attaches to not in the contraction isn't, whereas a citizen attaches to if. In both cases, the quantifier a politician attaches to if the former is paraphrased and symbolized as follows. If a politician isn't respected by a citizen, then he/she is displeased for any p, for any c. If the p isn't read by the c, then the p is d for any px, for any cy. If x isn't read by y, then x is dx pxy psi rix dx. The following example further illustrates the difference between a and any. If no one respects a politician, then the politician isn't re-elected. If we substitute any politician for a politician, we obtain a sentence of dubious grammaticality. If no one respects any politician, then the politician isn't re-elected. The reason this is grammatically dubious is that any attaches to no, which is closer than if, and hence any does not attach to the quasi-pronoun the politician. By contrast, a attaches to if and the politician. It does not attach to no. The rule of thumb that prevails is the following. Any attaches to the nearest logical operator from the following list if, no, not attaches to the nearest occurrence of if. By way of concluding this section, we consider how a interacts with every, which is a special case of how it interacts with if. Recall that sentences of the form everyone who is A is B are given an overall paraphrase symbolization as follows for anyone, if he/she is A, he/she is BX x BX. In particular, many sentences involving every are paraphrased using if then. Consider the following. Every person who likes a movie recommends it. Let us simplify matters by treating recommends as a two-place predicate. Then the sentence is paraphrased and symbolized as follows. For any person X, if X likes a movie, then X recommends it. For any person X, for any movie Y, if X likes Y, then X recommends Y x pxy my lxy rxy.